Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Go Home Show for Monday Night Raw. We are just a week away from the Royal Rumble. It is this Sunday. So many combustible elements tonight, as we have a huge tag team match in our main event, as well as much more action. We see Rey Mysterio in action here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Don't change that channel. Here we go with our opening contest here tonight. Here to open up Monday Night Raw, we have the Bar's Sheamus. He'll be taking on Matt Hardy in singles action, as it will be the Bar versus the Deleter of Worlds, coming up this Sunday for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And that every time the Bar has faced Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, it seems like the Bar has gotten the upper hand every single time. So, I'm not saying the Bar haven't looked like they haven't had any weaknesses whatsoever, but the Deleter of Worlds needs to change up a game plan or whatever, because every time something looks good for the Deleter of Worlds, the Bar just, are able to be a step ahead of them and end up winning that match. So maybe tonight Matt Hardy can change that and give some momentum to Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy heading into the Royal Rumble match for those Raw Tag Team Championships. Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We have a huge night here on the Royal Rumble Go Home Show pretty much for Monday Night Raw. Big night we have in action tonight in our main event. It's going to be Samoa Joe and Chris Jericho teaming up to take on The Miz and Kevin Owens in your guys' main event. As well as tonight we're going to see Rey Mysterio in action, as well as some more action tonight. We got Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre later on tonight, so make sure you guys stay tuned. A hell of a night. A lot of these guys are going to be, you gotta think they're going to earn opportunities to be in the Royal Rumble match. What number? Will they be 1? Will they be number 29? You never know. We know Braun Strowman from SmackDown Live will be number 30. And for Monday Night Raw, the big thing here is, that they got to change direction, because they got swept, or I should say almost swept, at Survivor Series. They lost 6-1 in all Raw versus SmackDown Live matches. So we'll see if this will be a beginning of change. They got a lot of new superstars here on Monday Night Raw. So hopefully it will change. You never know. But here tonight, here we go with Sheamus, Matt Hardy, battling for some momentum heading into their Raw Tag Team Championship match coming up this week here at the Royal Rumble. And we also have NXT TakeOver coming your guys' way this Saturday. So a lot of big things coming your guys' way. As now Matt Hardy looking to get some damage in on Sheamus. Ooh, right on the throat. That's definitely got to hurt. And this is a good strategy for Matt Hardy, just trying to do as much damage as he can here. A little bit of a test of strength right here, and I don't know if that's a good idea for Matt Hardy to be try and do that, because Sheamus obviously a bigger man, he's gonna be a lot stronger. But Matt Hardy has obviously faced a lot of guys that have been a lot taller, stronger, faster than him, obviously. And talking about a man that's faster, stronger than Matt Hardy, we got Bobby Lashley. He's been promoting WWE last couple of weeks, but he will be making his return at the Royal Rumble match. We can confirm he will be in the Royal Rumble match, but we don't know what number for sure, but we can confirm he is making his way back to the Raw roster. At one time, he was the number 1 contender, and he was slated next to be the number 1 contender for Jericho's Universal Championship. But he was gone last couple weeks, promoting WWE, so Stephanie McMahon and Kurt Angle had to find a new number 1 contender, and it seems like Kevin Owens has been that person, obviously backstabbing his best friend there, Chris Jericho. And Kevin Owens was just sick of being, just the guy that helps out Jericho whenever he needs to and stuff like that. So it's just, we saw all break down last week here on Monday Night Raw, and it's just, they had a good, you might have not liked both of them pairing, doing anything in their power to make sure their opponents weren't going to be 100% for their matches. But I mean, that's who they were. But it all went down the drain between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. And with how Kevin Owens has been doing lately, we might see a new Universal Champion. There's a little bit of a side effect there from Matt Hardy, but it didn't really affect him as Sheamus with a big takedown, taking down Matt Hardy. And Cesaro obviously going to be a big X factor in this matchup because he's going to do everything in his power to help out Sheamus. And it was like that last week when Cesaro took on Bray Wyatt last week. There's a big power bomb there from the Irish man, Sheamus. And then a big punch to the kidneys. Here comes Sheamus. Just those big haymakers and then a big old headbutt. And this is very bad right now for Matt Hardy. As you can see, his face is swelling there by his left eye. He needs to be careful here. Hold on a minute, bouncing him off the rope and sitting him out to a sit-out powerbomb. Big maneuver there from Matt Hardy. And you know, it can change up Matt Hardy's career so far. Because I mean, Matt and Jeff Hardy, they had troubles winning that big match here in Universe Mode. And then Bray Wyatt coming out and trying to save Matt Hardy, and it seems like it's the same. Oh, Matt Hardy going to go for a twist of fate, but Sheamus with a belly-to-belly suplex. And Sheamus just going to look over Matt Hardy right now. Just waiting for him to get up. This could be very bad. Sheamus, what does he have in store for Matt Hardy here? Bro kick. Down goes Matt Hardy. And that could be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. 2. No, he's able to kick out at 2.5. I don't know if Sheamus didn't get all of it or what, but able to somehow kick out of that. And hold on a minute. Sheamus going to high risk here. What is he thinking about? Normally we don't see this from Sheamus. Oh, an elbow to the back of the skull and down goes Matt. And now Sheamus. Just this ruthless aggression coming out of Sheamus here now. And this is a very bad spot to be if you're Matt Hardy. And Sheamus just going to take his time and taunt Matt Hardy. Sheamus knows Matt Hardy is about done. Only a couple more big maneuvers and it's going to be game over. I mean, Sheamus already countered the twist of fate earlier in this matchup, so Sheamus must not have a lot to really worry about as Matt Hardy with the reversal. And hold on a minute. Twist of fate to Sheamus. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. A twist of fate out of nowhere gets Matt Hardy a victory tonight on Monday Night Raw to open up Raw. Sheamus dominated this match for about, I'd say, 3/4 of this match. He even missed that twist of fate. Sheamus was able to counter that, and it looked like it was going to be it. But Matt Hardy showing that fighting spirit tonight, that he was not going to be down and out after one bro kick. This could be the sign of things to come. Coming up this Sunday at the Royal Rumble, will we see new Raw Tag Team Champions? The Bar have dominated the tag team division here on Monday Night Raw. Will we see new champions coming up? The big question. And we'll get those answers this Sunday, but Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt definitely needed this. Look at this bro kick right there. I don't think he was able to extend enough on it. That's why he didn't get the 3 count. But either way, Matt Hardy gets the victory for him and Bray Wyatt tonight. A big win. But the question is, once again, will this be able to bring the momentum from tonight to the Royal Rumble match? We'll find out this Sunday as we get ready for some more action. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time for some cruiserweight action. We're going to see Drew Gulak making his debut here on Monday Night Raw. He'll be taking on the cruiserweight champion Rey Mysterio. And this man, Drew Gulak, he is the master of submission holds. And, you know, for a man like Drew Gulak, he is a man that doesn't like superstars doing high-flying maneuvers. And we have some big news coming up about 205 Live. I know we mentioned that they would have a big match at the Elimination Chamber match for the Cruiserweight Championship. But we'll have some more big news during this matchup. After Rey Mysterio makes his way down to the ring, we'll be making a big announcement coming up your guys' way to address the cruiserweights and exactly what's been happening in these last couple months, and address everything that's occurred these last couple months. There is the cruiserweight champion, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio making his debut a couple months ago here in Universe Mode, taking away that cruiserweight championship from the Brian Kendrick. And ever since then, the Brian Kendrick has not been seen since then. And Rey Mysterio is just trying to find that new contender to, showcase the cruiserweight championship division. Because the Brian Kendrick dominated the cruiserweight division. It was every challenger, Grand Metalik, Kalisto, Cedric Alexander, and so on and so forth. And he dominated anyone. That sliced bread maneuver that Kendrick hit all the time, it was game over after that. As Gulak is starting off this match with whatever, he's coming right after him. He's not trying to slow in the pace. He's trying to come right after Rey Mysterio. But so we're talking about the cruiserweight division, and we've seen him come from the NXT roster to the Monday Night Raw roster, and there's been some talk about actually giving the cruiserweights their own little show here in Universe Mode. There's some details we still got to hash out here in Universe Mode, but there has been talk about just giving the cruiserweights their own show here in Universe Mode. So we would showcase a couple matches, or maybe just one big match during the week for 205 Live. Hold on a minute, Gulak doing some kind of innovative kind of submission hold, it kind of looked like there. But there is talk about giving the cruiserweights their own little brand, or I should say big brand, to promote their show. Because on Monday Night Raw, they're not always going to get their airtime, obviously, because you got the Universal Championship, Intercontinental Championship, Raw Tag Team Championship, the Raw Women's Championships. So it's kind of hard to be showcased. So I'm thinking that if they're able to somehow get something going for a roster for the cruiserweights, it'd be called obviously 205 Live, because obviously 205 is the cutting weight they have to be, or below that, obviously, to be a part of that roster. So we will be showing these cruiserweights on 205 Live. Eventually down the line, they'll have their own little show. I don't know why I keep saying little show, but I guess because most of them are small. But either way, they'll have their show coming up here on 205 Live. And depending on the date, we could run it on the same day as NXT. Have a big old long episode. We showcase the big matches, and then we showcase a couple matches from NXT. Something like that probably would work out quite well, but we'll find out. But either way, that's big news that the 205 Live division will be getting their own show to showcase their talents here, from going from Monday Night Raw to coming to their own show. That's pretty huge, and that especially that's to change that. Maybe Rey Mysterio was able to talk to whoever backstage, as the referee is at a 4 count right now. I think it's going to be good for the cruiserweights, to get their own airtime, obviously, because, for Monday Night Raw, they're only going to, get their matches maybe for number 1 contendership, or we'll just see the cruiserweight champion in action. So it just depends on what we can fit on each show. Obviously, every cruiserweight's important, every championship's important, but it's just there's only so much airtime we can give and promote each championship at a certain time, as a spinning heel kick takes down Gulak. And Gulak wants to impress the universe. Well, maybe not impress the universe, but maybe impress the Raw general manager for however long these cruiserweights will be on Monday Night Raw. What a big forearm taking down the champion. And now Gulak, hold on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Gulak, what's he thinking about here? Oh, a turnbuckle powerbomb into the corner. And this could be all she wrote for Rey Mysterio. Oh my God, what a neck breaker there from Drew Gulak. And will that be enough to upset the champion here? 2.5. Look at the face on Gulak. He cannot believe it. But so there will be a 205 Live division. There also will be a big elimination chamber match that will feature the top 6 cruiserweights in the world, and the cruiserweight championship will be on the line. So we had to find the 5 other competitors to see who will get that opportunity. As here comes Rey Mysterio, gonna fly high, he missing it, but Drew Gulak still stunned. We'll see if Rey Mysterio can capitalize. Nope, hold on a minute. Gulak suplexing Rey Mysterio, and we're gonna see if Rey Mysterio missing that high-risk maneuver is gonna cost him this matchup, because I think he just overestimated how close Drew Gulak actually was. As now Gulak setting up Rey Mysterio here. What's he have in store? Oh, nope. Oh, reversal kick to the midsection. Can Rey Mysterio capitalize? Here we go. Here comes Rey Mysterio. Ooh, down goes Gulak. And this is what the type of change right now Rey Mysterio needs. Is now Rey Mysterio going a high-risk maneuver here. Uh-oh. Frog splash. Little shades of Eddie Guerrero. 2. No, 2.5. And Rey Mysterio thought he had him. Maybe it's time for Rey Mysterio to possibly hit a 619. I think he missed out on hitting that earlier in the matchup, as this has been a pretty good matchup so far, showing Gulak's talents as well as Rey Mysterio. And of course, Rey Mysterio's little shades of Eddie Guerrero once again here. It's a big stomp to the chest here, but wait, hold on, Gulak. Ooh, face buster. Down goes Mysterio. And this is going to be very bad for Rey if he continues to let Drew Gulak in this matchup right now. And now Mysterio with a reversal. And talking about more action we still have tonight, obviously we talked about having Drew McIntyre and Jeff Hardy. They'll be in action tonight, as a little bit of Royal Rumble implications in that match. And also Drew McIntyre will be fighting for the NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver. And wait a minute, hold on to my thought here. 619 is connected. And now Mysterio looking to fly. Uh-oh. What's Rey thinking now? Here we go. Oh, there we go. Mysterio pinfall. 1, 2. No, Gulak kicked out. Oh my God, not a lot of people can say they kicked out of a 619. Maybe it's that little bit of time that Rey Mysterio went to get on that top rope and waiting for Gulak to get up to his feet cost him that match. And now Gulak again with a neck breaker right to Rey Mysterio. And now here we go with the pinfall. Will this be enough? 2, no, 2.5 again. These guys are battling. And we're getting a little bit of shade of, or a little bit of outcomes to see what will be coming in the future for the 205 Live division. With Rey Mysterio being the top guy there on 205 Live, who else will be the top? I know obviously we have Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, Grand Metalik, Kalisto, Sin Cara, among others. There's going to be a lot of potential with that 205 Live division. Rey Mysterio right through the middle rope, taking down Gulak. And all the momentum is with Rey Mysterio currently until that forearm connects. Then a drop kick, and then the back of Rey Mysterio connecting on that apron. That's definitely not going to be feeling too good. Ew, and then bouncing Mysterio's skull. And Gulak's all fired up right now. And everyone here in Bowling Green, Kentucky is not liking Gulak whatsoever right now. Oh, and then a brutal clothesline takes down the champ. This is a very bad match right now for Rey Mysterio. I mean, just like taking those vicious maneuvers. And now, oh my God, look at the submission hold. Oh my God, just torquing the neck. Mysterio might have to tap out. Just look at the torque. Referee right in the face of Mysterio, making sure if he wants to tap. But Gulak lets go of it. You just see the torque on the neck. Your neck is not supposed to be like that. That's just absolutely terrible. As now Gulak going for the pinfall. Referee doesn't see he's trying to steal victory here. Oh, but it still does not have to end like that. It's a 2.5 right there. Big elbow right there. Oh, big chop to the midsection here. And now Gulak. Oh my God, what a gut buster there. And Gulak showing a lot of good stuff so far in this match. Little cheap shots here and there, but Drew Gulak has been able to stay with Rey Mysterio for the most part. I mean, for Drew Gulak, he's not showing a lot of high-risk maneuvers. He's more of this, stay on the ground and pound, and he's that technical wrestler. It's a Gulak again with that neck breaker. It's a very, very vicious neck breaker. But can he continue up this momentum right now? Let's hold on a minute. Uh-oh. Oh, we got ourselves a submission hold. Look at that torque on that left leg right there. Will Rey Mysterio tap? He's in the middle of the ring. Nowhere to go. Can Rey Mysterio show the fight? And here comes Mysterio. Big kick to the face in the shoulder area there of Drew Gulak. Oh, big knee strike there from Gulak. Playing a little bit of possum there. Now into the corner. And then a big boot. Every time Mysterio tries to get back in this matchup, it ends up costing him as Drew Gulak busted wide open now. And now Mysterio with a sit-out powerbomb. And will this be enough? 2. No! Mysterio not able to get the job done yet. Mysterio trying to get the crowd behind him right now. Mysterio has done everything in his power so far to try and put away Gulak, but Gulak is showing a lot of fight tonight. This is a big, big match for Gulak. If he's able to somehow defeat Rey Mysterio, you got to think he's going to be one of those competitors in that Elimination Chamber match for the Cruiserweight Championship at Elimination Chamber. As here we go off the ropes here. Oh, kick to the midsection. And now Gulak again looking for that neck breaker again. That is so devastating. As far as he has a broken neck from taking too many of those. Honestly, that's like the 4th one in this match. And oh no, not again. Not again. Look at the torque on the neck of Rey Mysterio. Will Mysterio tap out? Mysterio once again in the middle of the ring. He's kind of close to that rope though over there, kind of sorta. But once again, Mysterio does not tap out. But was it enough to keep Mysterio down for a 3 count though? 2. No, 2.5. And the frustration is building right now in Drew Gulak. He does not know what to do to put away the Cruiserweight Champion here. Mysterio has taken a lot of damage tonight. And again, another submission hold. Drew Gulak thinks he's got it now. And now Mysterio cannot take anymore. And Mysterio taps out to Drew Gulak. This has got to be an upset victory for sure. Drew Gulak defeats Rey Mysterio here tonight. It was a pretty good match for Cruiserweight action. Very good action. Got some frog splash earlier in this matchup. We saw also a 619. Little shades of this. I think Mysterio could have won here, but instead of doing like a springboard, he goes high risk and he waits for Gulak to get up, and then he goes for the pinfall on this. But right here, we saw this maneuver. Just the torque on the neck. It took 3 of those, but it makes Rey Mysterio tap out, and Gulak gets the victory that he needed. A very impressive victory for Gulak tonight. He definitely needed that. Gulak could be heading to the Elimination Chamber with that victory. As we get ready for Jeff Hardy taking on Drew McIntyre here on Monday Night Raw. Here we go with the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. And with Jeff Hardy, it is said that he is going to be the new #1 contender for whoever walks out with the Intercontinental Championship after the Royal Rumble. So that's either going to be Samoa Joe or that will be The Miz. And for Jeff Hardy, he's obviously in that point in his career where, maybe he has a couple years left in the tank possibly. And he wasn't able to get it done in the tag team division. But you know what? That Intercontinental Championship, I mean, he has a victory over The Miz as well as Samoa Joe here in Universe Mode. So for Jeff Hardy, this is a big opportunity for Jeff Hardy. And especially if he's being, pretty much crowned the new #1 contender. I mean, there was also talk about making a triple threat match, but Kurt Angle and Stephanie McMahon made sure that it was just going to be a singles match coming up at the Royal Rumble match for the last time between Samoa Joe and The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. This rivalry between Miz and Samoa Joe has been going on for months and months. And here comes Drew McIntyre. He is currently looking to get that NXT Championship away from Adam Cole this Saturday at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. In that Undisputed Era, they are very, very good, and it's going to be very hard to see if McIntyre is going to be able to get that championship away. But we also know Ziggler will be in the corner of Drew McIntyre this Saturday when that NXT Championship is on the line. And also for Ziggler, you know, it's going to be a big opportunity for him Sunday, as well as he'll be in the Royal Rumble match. And I'm sure we'll see Jeff Hardy, as well as maybe we'll see Drew McIntyre. I'm not too sure what they have drawn yet so far. As a big boot takes down Jeff Hardy right away. And also, if you guys missed any announcements tonight on Monday Night Raw, if you guys are just tuning in, we made an announcement that Bobby Lashley will be making his way after his promotional tour is done. He was over in Australia and Europe area just promoting WWE. He was slated to be the #1 contender. He won a match against Sami Zayn, and Bobby Lashley had to do his promotional duties, like that. But with that, WWE had to crown a new #1 contender while that was happening. And even before that was going to happen, Kevin Owens attacked Chris Jericho the night that Sanity debuted. And, that's led to this rivalry between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. And with Bobby Lashley returning this Sunday, I wonder if he even knows that's happened, or if he still thinks that, Kevin Owens and Jericho are still, best friends. I don't know how much wrestling he watched over there. Jeff Hardy all fired up right now. And this is going to be a show stealer tonight, I believe. Jeff Hardy, Drew McIntyre, two of these guys could be wrestling for a Universal Championship down the line. I mean, McIntyre, a very dangerous superstar, a man that's able to hit a Claymore out of nowhere whenever he needs to. Referee a little bit slow to the count here. 2, it could have been a 3 count, but referee was making sure the shoulders were down. But I mean, for Hardy, Ziggler, McIntyre, anything is possible at the Royal Rumble match. I'm not saying McIntyre will be in the Royal Rumble match, but you do never know. Because there are a lot of superstars that, from the tag team division or, the Universal Championship, the main event scene, that want to earn that opportunity. I know we've seen that Braun Strowman is number 30 after winning a Fatal 4-Way match from the winning Survivor Series team. So there's just so much stuff going on. It's so much great stuff coming your guys' way. I mean, we'll probably see Daniel Bryan. We'll probably see some Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. I mean, there's anyone and everyone we'll probably see. We'll probably even see some legends from back in the day. You just never know. Royal Rumble is one of those mysteries when you count down from like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and hear that buzzer. It's like, oh my gosh, are we going to see a surprise entrant? Who are we going to see? Are we going to see someone that does not deserve that entrance? It's so many things that could happen. A lot of things that we may not like happen at the Royal Rumble. And talking about the Royal Rumble, we're also having a women's Royal Rumble matchup. And I believe the number is going to be 20 women, past, present, and future, will be in that match for the first time ever. Ooh, is a sit-out powerbomb there from McIntyre. Referee now in position here. Ooh, just a 1 count, though. McIntyre thought he had some more damage to Jeff Hardy there, but still going to have to do quite a bit more. Oh, my God. That definitely will help out his causes there. Is now McIntyre. McIntyre setting up the Claymore kick. Hold on a minute. Oh, right to Jeff Hardy. Could that be enough? 1, 2. No. 2.9 right there. McIntyre right in the face of the referee. Normally, every time McIntyre hits that, usually it's going to be it. But, I mean, here in the main roster, you're going to have to do quite a bit more damage to a superstar of like Jeff Hardy. I mean, McIntyre hit that on Kevin Owens when McIntyre debuted here on Monday Night Raw a couple weeks ago. And that wasn't enough. Kevin Owens was able to beat him after taking up a pop-up powerbomb to Drew McIntyre. So we're going to see if McIntyre can hit the big, or will be able to kick out after big shots like that on a twist of fate. Could that be enough to put away McIntyre? 2.5. So that's one big maneuver, but we know Jeff Hardy has one more big one, and it looks like he might be going for it. Jeff Hardy looking to fly. No, McIntyre. What a kip up there from Drew McIntyre. Out of nowhere. McIntyre able to kip up. I think he felt that Jeff Hardy was about to hit a swanton, and McIntyre's like, no, I'm not letting that happen. As now a jawbreaker takes down McIntyre. That's definitely going to hurt. Almost break a jaw taking too many of those. It's a big punch there from Jeff Hardy, taking down Drew McIntyre for the time being. Kick to the midsection. These guys are being very brutal as a drop kick takes down McIntyre, the current #1 contender for Adam Cole's NXT Championship. Big punch there. And now, needed the midsection there. We are at 6 right now. These guys need to get back in the ring. As now McIntyre tossed back in the ring. Been a pretty good match so far. I mean, Ziggler hasn't really had to get involved whatsoever. I think he's just out there for support. And then a big shoulder tackle takes down Hardy. And Hardy, that's a good idea for Hardy. Just roll out the ring. You can feel that momentum swinging in the favor of Drew McIntyre possibly there. Big punches there from Drew McIntyre here. Uh-oh. What's McIntyre have in store here? This could be very bad. We're going to toss him out in the crowd. Oh, God. Are we going to have ourselves a fight in the crowd here? Oh, God. Here comes McIntyre. Hardy's not going to... I don't think these guys care about this match right now. Seems like they just want to beat the hell out of each other. As now we're at 6. And now Hardy going to toss him back in the ring here. Big elbow strike. Hold on a minute. Leg drop right in the face there of Drew McIntyre. Hold on a minute. He's in the landing zone if Jeff Hardy's thinking it. No! He's thinking about a leg drop, though. Very effective either way. Is this leg drop going to be enough? Referee in position once again, making sure the shoulders are down. Just 2.5. I don't know if Jeff Hardy thought he was just too far away or whatnot, but that leg drop was very effective. And now, right into the top turnbuckle, into a running power slam there from Jeff Hardy. And now Jeff, is he thinking swanton or is he thinking leg drop once again here? Swanton bomb to Drew McIntyre. Is this going to be enough? 2, 3, yes it is. Jeff Hardy picks up a win over Drew McIntyre. What a match, a back and forth match from the get-go. That's what you gotta like, a back and forth match. McIntyre's lost his last couple matches here on Monday Night Raw, but I mean, he's kind of been focusing on the Undisputed Era. He's not been focused whatsoever on this main roster as much, But look at this Claymore kick. Right to the face. But that was early in the match. McIntyre needs to learn how to close matches, or it's going to be a long road here on Monday Night Raw, because that twist of fate, he was able to kick out of that, but he took damage outside as well as he took the big old swanton bomb right here. This is actual leg drop, but later on in the match we saw the swanton bomb. But either way, Jeff Hardy, big win. And for Drew McIntyre, will he lose again this Saturday against Adam Cole for that NXT Championship? We'll find out. Jeff Hardy picks up a big win here on Monday Night Raw, but it's going to be main event time. Kevin Owens and The Miz take on Chris Jericho and Samoa Joe. Hold on a minute. McIntyre and Jeff Hardy backstage after their matchup right now. Wait, whoa, hold on, whoa, wait, McIntyre! The Future Shock DDT to Jeff Hardy. McIntyre's absolutely snapped. Oh my God. Why? Oh my God. There's no sense for this. I mean, I understand losing these last couple weeks can make a man snap, but this is uncalled for, McIntyre. I mean, he should know he can hurt himself. He still has a big NXT championship match this Saturday, but it seems like McIntyre just absolutely snapped here. Oh my God. This is just absolutely terrible. There's no point in doing this, McIntyre. And now McIntyre. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Now, I mean, we know Hardy's supposed to be the #1 contender, but there's just no need for any of this crap. Oh my God. And now McIntyre again. Future shock DDT. Where's Dolph Ziggler to help Jeff Hardy? I mean, at least like try and break this up. There's no need for this whatsoever. McIntyre has just absolutely snapped. And now McIntyre. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. Oh my God. Through the table backstage in the locker room. And look at that smile on the face there, Drew McIntyre. He is absolutely gone ballistic backstage after losing these last couple matches here on Monday Night Raw. This is just despicable. We are unfortunately back after what just occurred backstage. Jeff Hardy just defeated Drew McIntyre's one-on-one action, and it was a pretty good back-and-forth match, but McIntyre was backstage, and he found Jeff Hardy after he came backstage after their match, and McIntyre just coming out, guns blazing, backstage, and just hit him with a couple future shocks backstage, even put him through a table and whatnot, and that's just, McIntyre just absolutely snapped. I mean, he lost 2 matches to Kevin Owens. I mean, he's the #1 contender for the Universal Championship, and Jeff Hardy is named the new #1 contender after whoever wins between this man Samoa Joe and The Miz at the Royal Rumble match. So, I mean, Drew McIntyre's just sick of losing, I suppose. But, I mean, there's just no need for that. Just, you know what, you lost here, just go focus on your NXT Championship match. Just go back to the NXT, man. But there's no need for that on Monday Night Raw. Raw's trying to change right now, and that's just, they don't need that whatsoever. As we try and get back to a better note here, as here comes your Universal Champion Chris Jericho. Drink it all in, man. Crowd all happy to seeing this Universal Champion here tonight. And with Chris Jericho, will he walk out with that Universal Championship, or will we see Kevin Owens take down Jericho once again? And that Universal Championship means so lot to Jericho right now. I mean, obviously, we didn't really care for Jericho when he was with Kevin Owens, but this whole Kevin Owens backstabbing Chris Jericho, I mean, this is get a little bit of support to Chris Jericho. Little new change of life. I mean, he's still going to be cocky. That's Jericho. But, I mean, just him getting backstabbed the way that Kevin Owens did it. They won the match. They were just celebrating, rubbing in the face of the crowd. And then all of a sudden, Kevin Owens, while Jericho was just like laying there on the top rope, he attacked him. This is just, I don't know, just Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT. It just seems like everyone and anyone will do everything in their power to get that upper hand or stab someone in the back to, I mean, I guess there's always a saying that Steve Austin always said back in the day, don't trust anyone. DTA, don't trust anyone. As here comes the backstabber himself, Kevin Owens. And with Kevin Owens being here tonight, he's looking to inflict damage on the Universal Champion Chris Jericho, making sure he's not going to be 100% coming up at the Royal Rumble match. And let's say Kevin Owens does not walk out with that championship. Maybe he'll be entered in the Royal Rumble match. Anything is possible. As Kevin Owens makes his way down to the ring, his partner, the Intercontinental Champion The Miz, has a big fight coming his way this Sunday. at the Royal Rumble matches. It's going to be Intercontinental Champion The Miz defending against Samoa Joe for the last time. These guys have been going back and forth these last couple months for the Intercontinental Championship, and Angle and Stephanie McMahon said it's enough. We're going to settle this rivalry at the Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental Championship. We're going to have one winner. We're going to have a loser. And whoever that is, you know what? You're not getting another opportunity for a while. As here he comes, the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, cocky, confident as ever. I mean, I think Miz has got to be happy with what McIntyre did to Jeff Hardy earlier on tonight. So, because that's going to mean Jeff Hardy's not going to be 100%. If Miz does win this Sunday and Jeff Hardy's the new #1 contender, Miz is going to be liking that because he knows what's going to happen. Miz will know he's 100%. Jeff Hardy's not going to be 100%, and he can focus on the stuff that Jeff Hardy's weak. And especially with the Miz, he can hit that skull-crushing finale, but he can also hit that figure 4 leg lock. So Miz is a little bit of everything in the system. But it is time for your guys' main event. Who will win? Will it be Samoa Joe and Jericho, or will it be Owens and The Miz? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is your main event of the evening. As Samoa Joe kicking us right off with that nice suplex there. And for Samoa Joe, he was Universal Champion there for a couple months before Brock Lesnar would end up defeating Samoa Joe for the Universal Championship. You guys remember it was Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar suplexed Samoa Joe, breaking the whole ring, and that was a whole controversy. Does that mean Lesnar was a champion, or does that mean Samoa Joe was champion still? Well, come to find out it was Brock Lesnar, but Samoa Joe would still get his championship match at the next pay-per-view. Samoa Joe would go on to lose, and then it would go on with Lesnar and the whole Triple H thing. Triple H would actually win the Universal Championship away from Brock Lesnar. Triple H would have it for a while before AJ Styles would cash in on Triple H. And AJ Styles would have it for a couple months before running into Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho has been holding that championship ever since then here in Universe mode. And will we be seeing Kevin Owens as our new champion coming up at the Royal Rumble match? We'll have to find out. As we get a little preview what's to come between Miz and Samoa Joe right now. As now Samoa Joe belly to belly takes down The Miz. And you got to best believe Maurice will be in Miz's corner at the Royal Rumble. And she's definitely going to be the next factor. Not just because she's a very beautiful woman, but she's going to make sure her husband is going to make sure that her husband's going to be walking out with that championship for a very, very long time. As here comes the Universal Champion, Chris Jericho. And the question is, after Royal Rumble, they have another physical matchup coming up. It's going to be the Elimination Chamber match. And the question is, usually the major championships have an Elimination Chamber matchup. So the question is will we have the Universal Championship defended in that chamber, or will it be Intercontinental Championship? What will other championships be defended there? I mean, all the championships for the most part will be defended at the Royal Rumble match. As here comes The Miz with that snapmare into that big boot, taking down the champion. And of course, yeah, that's Miz right there. He thinks he's hot shit right there, just rubbing it in the face of everyone in Bowling Green, as well as Chris Jericho there. Oh, and a big forearm takes down the champion. Ooh, and Jericho with a big kick there. As the referee did start his count now, as a Northern Light suplex counting right there. It looks like we're going to get a medical update for you guys on Jeff Hardy. He's containing some bruised ribs, but he'll be making a full recovery since he doesn't have a match coming. Well, I mean, he might be in the Royal Rumble match, but as of right now, it's just some bruised ribs, especially going through that table. But other than that, it looks like Jeff Hardy will be fine after taking those big Future Shock DDTs, going through the table, getting thrown through, well, not thrown through, but thrown at that Raw television in the back of the locker room. So hopefully he will be 100% coming up this Sunday. But either way, that was just a sick attack there. Why couldn't Ziggler come back there and stop Drew McIntyre from doing that to Jeff Hardy? I don't know where Ziggler was. Maybe he was in the back, already in his locker room. But either way, there goes Jericho with that bulldog taking down the #1 contender. As Jericho continues to annihilate Kevin Owens. As now Jericho trying to get him back in his side of the corner. It's a good idea for Jericho, trying to cut off the ring so that if he would go for a pinfall, that his partner, The Miz, wouldn't be able to go over there and break it up. Is now Samoa Joe. Look at the power of Samoa Joe. Going for a tag. He's able to get it. And here comes The Miz. Oh, big clothesline taking down Samoa Joe. One last opportunity for Samoa Joe. And The Miz coming up your guys' way. That is oh my God, what a kick to the side of the skull there from Samoa Joe. And imagine seeing The Miz and Samoa Joe in that Royal Rumble match. I mean, both of these guys are main event talents. I would not mind seeing Joe or The Miz going to main event WrestleMania against whoever that Universal Champion may be, Chris Jericho or Kevin Owens. As Miz looking to put away Samoa Joe with that DDT vintage Miz there. Little shades of what's to come there. As now going to slow down the matchup a little bit, try and make Samoa Joe tap out to this side headlock, and Samoa Joe able to reverse out of it. But if you guys did miss anything later on tonight, always go back and watch the episode here on the YouTube channel here on our 2K19 Universe Mode. A lot of big things have happened in Universe Mode. A lot of roster changes, especially after Survivor Series, with the likes of Elias, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Ziggler, obviously. Also with Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, we saw Sanity make their debut as well. So a lot of big things coming your guys' way. We also got the Cruiserweight Championship division. They'll be moving on over to 205 Live. So we won't see them on Raw anymore, but they'll have their own brand with 205 Live. And it looks like we'll be splitting up those episodes with NXT. We'll just be seeing a little bit of at different venues they'll be showcased. So I think it's a good idea for the Cruiserweights to be showcased at a different area. I mean, NXT was getting crowded. Raw is definitely going to be crowded. So I like what they're doing, getting their own show to promote the talent, because obviously Cruiserweights will not get as much attention as the Intercontinental Championship picture, the Universal Championship, the Tag Team, the Women's Championships. You know, there's just so much room on the TV show that we have tonight. As Kevin Owens with this submission hold right on that shoulder blade, and Samoa Joe is not going to have any of that crap. Samoa Joe coming right after Owens here. As Samoa Joe with just ease, just tossing Owens like he was nothing there. Oh, big punch there. Wait, no, Kevin Owens. Just two absolute brutes going at it outside the ring. As now here comes Joe. Imagine Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, Universal Championship at WrestleMania. That definitely could happen. But there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of big things that could definitely change from now all the way to WrestleMania. Especially if we have Elimination Chamber. Usually the big championships, like I've said, are usually defended there. So we could see new champions from obviously Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, like I said. Crowd all chanting for Chris Jericho right now. As right now gonna some kind of almost like a figure four leg lock here from Chris Jericho. Just from a different area. Just trying to make Kevin Owens tap. Oh, Owens is not gonna let that happen. Oh my God, what a clothesline there. Takes down the Universal Champion. Can Kevin Owens keep this up here? Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. Oh my God, right on the knee. Oh my, that's just absolutely vicious there from Kevin Owens. As Owens continues to dominate Jericho. I mean, last week we saw a confrontation, not just out here in the ring, but we saw one backstage. Jericho got the upper hand. As now Jericho DDT to Kevin Owens. What a vicious DDT. Don't normally see those type of maneuvers there from Jericho. As now Jericho looking to inflict some more pain. Oh my God. You know, this rivalry is getting very, very personal between these guys. Hold on a minute. Are we going to see the walls? Are we about to see the walls of Jericho? Yes, we do. But Owens right away able to counter that. I think he's been getting ready for that maneuver for weeks and weeks now. As Jericho tossed on the side of the apron there. Oh, big forearm there. And now, Kevin Owens, his own DDT to Jericho. Did you see the torque on the neck there after taking that DDT? That's just very vicious. As Owens just studying his opponent right now. He's absolutely got to love that he's, for the most part, dominated Jericho. As now Owens in position. What does he have in store for Chris Jericho here? Oh no. Oh no, we've seen this before from Kevin Owens here. Oh no, Hurricane Rana from Jericho. And then Jericho, hell yeah. Able to reverse. Looked like it was going to be game over for Chris Jericho. About to get hit with that pump-up powerbomb, but Jericho at the last second hitting that Hurricane Rana. And Jericho looking to get back in this matchup with that headlock right there. And hold on a minute. What does Jericho have in store for Kevin Owens here? Code breaker! Down goes Owens. Is that going to be enough tonight? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. Jericho, with that code breaker, gets the victory for his team here tonight. As Jericho and Samoa Joe get the big win. And will that be the outcome? Will Joe get the Intercontinental Championship? And will Jericho retain his Universal Championship? Time will tell, but pretty good matchup. I thought, obviously, the key factor in this match, the key moment in this match, was when Owens goes up for the pump-up powerbomb and Jericho was able to reverse it at the last second. We saw Owens able to reverse right out of the way of the walls of Jericho. Look at this right here. You'll see it right here. Goes up. Oh, I guess we won't really see it, but either way, Jericho able to reverse at the last second, leading to Jericho hitting a code breaker out of nowhere, taking down Kevin Owens. And maybe this is the outcome we'll see this Sunday. Joe becomes Intercontinental Champion. Jericho retains his championship. Hopefully those will be the outcomes. You never know. It is the Royal Rumble. Anything will happen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in out here to Monday Night Raw. A lot of questions to be answered after the Royal Rumble. Which ones will they be? Find out next Monday on Monday Night Raw.